So next we're going to do pivoting around our mark bucket. Today I don't have my mark bucket in the house, it's down at the field and I wasn't going down there. So I'm using a dog bowl. It is a rubber dog bowl on the top, so it's not going to slide too much. All it needs to be is something that they can put both front feet on and know that they stay on it. So you don't want it slippery, but a mark should be anything that they put their front feet on. So the very beginning, and this is always the hard part, you have to have that mark. It is going to slide. I'm going to put my foot right there. So what our goal is for you not to move. You're going to turn their head and you want the back feet to move. Yes. As soon as they move a little bit, without you moving, turn the head. Just wait for them to kind of go, oh, this is kind of uncomfortable. And for them to choose to move their back feet. Yes, good. They make one movement. With their back foot. Yes, good girl. Yes, good. So that's moving one way. Now we're going to try to move the other. Yes, good. So head turns away from you, butt moves in. Good. Yes, good. She's done more of this. You can see she was comfortable with that. She was not so comfortable with turning away from me without me moving in. Yes, good. Good girl. There she goes. Good. Good girl. So what we're getting them to understand is the head turning away, they move their feet. Yes. Good girl. Our feet on. Yes. Good. Good. So that's step one. Just getting them to make the choice to move. Yes. Good girl. When you turn their head. Good. Get both front feet on. Put your other foot down. There you go. Mark. Good. Good girl. Then you can kind of start moving with them. So we're going to use this for both lefts and rights. So to turn right, you want the dog to go around as you turn into them. So practice 90s, 180s, 360s. To turn away, they would be turning into, so they pivot into heel. So like they go into heel. So even as you go, you continue moving. Good. You get that kind of motion into you. So you turn their head, you step. When their legs, when their body hits your leg again, you take another step. Yes, good. Then you can turn, there's a 90. Now we're going to do a 180. Yes, good girl. So a 360. Yes, good girl. Good girl. So that's a left turn. So those are all left turns. As we start doing this, is the dog needs to take those steps, and they're taking small steps while we take larger steps. On the right turns, we take small steps and they have to take larger steps. So you turn their head in. Yes, good. Good girl. So we're going to do a 90. Yes. Good. Now a 180. Yes. And I'm turning very little, and I have to give her a chance to catch her feet up. Okay, 360. Good girl. Good girl. So this just teaches the dog to move their hind legs depending on how you turn their head. so that when you want a nice tight right turn, the dog goes, oh, I come around nice and tight. Move the behind legs a lot, the front legs very little. Left turns are kind of similar. Get in. Yeah, there you go. Good girl. Good job. So I take bigger steps on that, and she takes smaller steps. But she needs to not sit. She needs to continue to move those hind legs as we put pressure in by turning her head out. So that will help us when we start giving this. So once you guys get a fairly decent feel for that the dog is moving right and they're moving left fairly fluidly, then off of just the head, you can start giving a left or a right so that they know that a left. I usually use my hand into them, so left, yes. So stand up, left, yes, good. Right pulls in front of me, right, yes, good. You pull them around your leg, left, you push them. What they have to do is they have to learn to do that where they don't run into your leg. And so they need to stay in position as you turn to the left. And a lot of times they want to bump into your leg or come across the front of you and don't fluidly turn because they're not using their rear. So that's why the difference between our lefts and our rights. We're going to teach right turns first before we teach lefts, because you guys are going to need a couple of weeks to get this motion of pivoting on the bucket fluidly, because we're going to do it from the bucket and then we're going to go to the foot target. But first you have to get better like stickiness on the foot target before we can move it from there to there.